Hi, my name's Adam Kropfel. Pastor Tara asked me to speak about why I choose to give to our church. If you go back to when Aaron and I first got married, I didn't think much about it. My parents always gave, so I knew that I was supposed to give, but my thoughts were that whether I'm sitting in that pew or not, I'm not consuming anything. It really doesn't, I'm not impacting that church in any way. So if I threw $5 in the plate, that's $5 more that they didn't have before. Thank God my opinion on that changed as I matured and as my family grew and as we became more involved in our church. So what do I feel now? Well, I have two kids that are married, actually one kid that's married and a second that's going to be married here shortly, and she'll be done with college here this spring. So I'll have two through school. I have one more in college right now and one more in high school. And I'm just so proud of the faith that those kids have. And I know some of that comes from Aaron and I, but I recognize that a lot of that is coming from the church that we've chosen to be involved with over the years. I know it's easy to tune out stewardship campaigns, and what I guess I wanted to give just the littlest piece of advice that I always think about whenever stewardship campaigns come up. I try to relate it to my own personal budget at home, knowing that, as my income changes, as groceries become more expensive, as electricity costs a little bit more, I have to make choices at home. And I try to look around the church and realize that those same decisions are being made here, and they're probably being made on quite a bit bigger scale than what I'm doing at home. And the hard part about it is they're doing it based on a very irregular income. I know what my paycheck is every month, and most of the time it's pretty consistent. I know that's not the same for everyone, but the church is making do with whatever comes in, and whatever we choose to put in the plate. So I try to think about that every year and realize that they're making the same choices. When gas goes up, it's going to impact them the same way it's going to impact me at home. So that's why I choose to fill out the pledge card every year. I think that's the best way that I can help the church to understand that there is, this is something that they can pretty much depend on. It's not a guarantee, but because my life could change in some ways. But if all stays the same, that's what I'm planning to do. It's why I consider adjusting my contributions every time a stewardship campaign comes up, and it's why I will choose to adjust that when my job changes, when my lifestyle changes, when my income changes. I try to keep that in mind as well and adjust my giving then. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about tithing. And before I say anything about tithing, I just want to make sure that you know that it's not, I don't believe it's a salvation issue. I don't think St. Peter's sitting there at the pearly gates looking down his scroll and realizing that Adam only gave 9.5% of his income. I think it's just a personal decision that we all have to make for ourselves, and it's not really impacting your salvation. But Aaron and I have chose to tithe. It's taken us a long time to get there, and it is a hard choice that you have to make every month, but also it's just hard to do that, right? Taxes and insurance and retirement and all these other things come out of your check before you even see it, and you're making a choice to give that amount to the church. And it's hard to do it. It took us way longer than I want to admit to get there, but I'm pretty proud of us for getting to that point, and I want to keep doing it. And the thing I wanted to say about tithing is that it's 10%, right? It is a percentage, and percentages have this, because I'm a math nerd. It's they're kind of magic to me, and they scale perfectly, right? No matter what your income is, that tithe or any percentage is appropriate to your income level. So even if it isn't a tithe, think about what percentage of giving you want to do, and over the years, just think about bumping it up a little bit. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you. All right, we'll just say that. So I have an intro. Otherwise, I just have first bullet that says gave $5.